Hey everybody, Mestre Sucuri, Tokyo, Japan. This week's topic, should I charge for capoeira? In this video, I want to talk to you a little bit about charging for capoeira. I know for a lot of people this is a sensitive subject. And I also want to talk about how my mind changed over the years and how I see charging for capoeira. First, I want to give a little bit about when I first started teaching capoeira. When I first came to Tokyo, Japan, I realized very quickly that I needed to charge so I could pay for everything that's associated with teaching capoeira. Let's be honest, even if you're teaching as a volunteer, there's always cost involved in what you do. For example, you have travel costs, event production costs, even costs for your time. So why not charge for something you love to do and you put your whole heart into? I think what we really need to look at is how we perceive the charging of money for teaching capoeira. I think everything is a very personal choice. For example, are you teaching capoeira because you want to exploit capoeira? Or are you teaching because you really want to do this wholeheartedly and for the love of capoeira? At the end of the day, there are different shades of gray for all of this. And only you can choose how you do what you do and how you perceive it. Over the years, I've seen so many people who I might have judged as exploiting capoeira, but just as easily they could have judged me as exploiting capoeira. Now, I just think to myself, I will do things the way I want, and hopefully I can do them in a professional way with a lot of integrity. I started teaching capoeira in Tokyo, Japan in 1999. And in 2013, I opened the first professional capoeira and Brazilian cultural center here in Japan. It's been a real struggle until I finally got my head on straight. I've been very blessed to have many opportunities to study, especially at fantastic universities. Here in Japan, I attended Waseda Graduate School of Asian Pacific Studies. At the time, I was really fortunate because the MBA program was also housed within my program. So I was able to take several courses that really helped me get my head on straight and to create a professional vision of how I wanted to take capoeira forward for me. For me. In particular, a class that I really had a lot of love of and a lot of impact on me was entrepreneurial theory. The class was mind-blowing. I've been so fortunate to adapt so many of the things that I learned during that semester. And I'd like to share a few of those ideas with capoeira teachers and people thinking to teach capoeira in the future and plan to charge for it. Over time, as you teach, you will see that costs change a lot. When I first started teaching, I only had to worry about myself. But now I have a family, a business, an academia, and so many other responsibilities. So my mind's changed a lot. I wholeheartedly agree there is nothing wrong with me teaching and charging for something I love to do. But we have to be aware of what the market will support. In entrepreneurial theory, the most important concept that I learned was, what does success mean to you? Think about it. What does success mean to you? For each person, for each teacher, trying to figure out what the word success means for them is going to be the first challenge. For example, in capoeira, do you want to teach or do you want to have disciples? Do you want to do a volunteer project or a business? How do you want to grow your group, small or big? And with any of these, you're going to have costs. So what I learned to do was that there's a difference between a mom and pop business or what do I want to be a for growth business. Nothing wrong with a mom and pop business. And generally, these types of businesses that live for 1 month to 1 month or have a slight growth potential. But that's okay. And a lot of times that's how I thought. But a for growth business is something you see that you're growing. For example, growing a bigger group, growing everything that's associated with the Capoeira Academy or the Capoeira group. What I want everybody to understand is that the word business is not a dirty word. In my experience, you can choose to be a business person with integrity and professionalism, or you can choose to be someone who tries to take advantage of every situation you're involved with, which in the long term leads to people not wanting to deal with you. Some people have asked me over the years, especially over the last few years, why I opened a Brazilian restaurant and a Brazilian live house here at Samba de Estreia. That's why I'm doing today the video here. Well, because this is a next logical step in the plan that I have for professional growth. Remember, I can only speak about my situation. From the day I came to Japan, I always had a dream of opening a cultural center. So now that I have the Capoeira Academy, the restaurant, and the live house, it's just a natural step in what I'm doing here. But to do these things, I need to have a vision and a feasible goal. I had to decide, what does success mean for me? And now that I know, I'm able to move forward and do a lot more than before. So for me, now I'm a for business growth person. So how do you see yourself? How do you see what you do? How do you see your success and vision? I really hope that I've helped a few people see how charging capoeira can be looked at. If you love what you do, and I know I love teaching capoeira, so why not get my value? Ashe. I hope that these videos can get better and better and help you guys see how I do things and maybe help you in your own path. Ashe, Mestre Sucuri.